Welcome to Triple Hook. Today we're gonna go over dams. This is part one. I'm gonna show you a couple of tricks and stuff I look for on dams. Ponds have dams, lakes have dams. You know, if I went up to a pond very first time, I would go, if the wind was blowing into the dam, I would fish the dam. And that's gonna usually be your deepest water on a pond. Some of them. Bigger ones might have some different stuff, and then lakes, it's a great place to start. If you've never been to a lake before or fished it before, the dam, you know, is going to hold some fish. They just have, you know, some are really long, some are short, some have more structure on them, some more have different types of rocks on them. They have some, you know, another key spot is the corners of the dams stuff. But another thing is you need to know what species you're after. Smallmouth really love dams. They like to travel up and down them, so they don't really sit on them. So they can be hard to target, but you find them, you gotta get your baits out there because there's gonna be a group of them. Sometimes in the summertime, I see them swimming around if they're super shallow. And they're really hard to catch, but there is tricks you can do to catch them, which one of the other videos will go over that. So in largemouth, a little different. They'll find something and hold on it hard. I have also seen them swim up and down them too a lot too. Because one time we idled and we found bunches of them. We were able to go back through and catch them doing that. So that's another trick you can do for largemouth. If they're the dominant species. I've noticed if there's smallmouth on the lake, the smallmouth are going to kind of take the dam. The largemouth kind of be in the corners, and the smallmouth will go up and down. So, you know, and also spotted bass. We really in Kansas, we have some spotted bass lakes. They're kind of like the smallmouth a little bit. They kind of roam up and down it a lot. So what we're going to do here, we're going to start a video on a lake. This is a really long dam on this lake. But you can spend 2 hours fishing it and might never find them. So one trick too, when multiple times you fish it, I'm not going to go and fish this whole dam up and down the whole dam. I know there's guys that do that, but I don't do that. I have past waypoints where I've caught fish on the dam. I'll run up and start where I have the most waypoints and go from there, and then I'll add new waypoints that year and see, because every year they change. And at this area, I've caught them the week before, and they were it's 42 to 46 degree water, and I caught them the week before, and they didn't catch a bunch. It was pretty cold. The boys didn't come because it was too cold, and we just got back from Sam Rayburn. So I went over there and was able to catch 3 fish, about 12 pounds. So there were some big ones. And I actually had one too where I popped my bait off the bottom, and it came up on the surface, and a big one tried to eat it. So they were, you know, it was really cold, cloudy conditions, same as this, exact same conditions as this video. Then I took the boys over there, and I was able to catch some good ones, and they were able to also catch good ones, which you'll see in the video. They were also lost some fish because of something, and you'll exactly see what I'm talking about. I get a little loud on them, but I'm coaching them, and if anybody knows me, I talk loud. So what we're going to do here is I'll start this video. Let's see if I can move this. There we go. There's what we want. See how I keep that rod loaded? I did switch sides because of the fish. Well, it'll be easier to bring on the net. But I kept that rod loaded the whole time. A good smallmouth. They weren't here very long. The next week we came over and we caught maybe a couple, and then they were kind of gone already. And then our other spots got better. So they're really traveling. Even though this water wasn't, them smallmouth would travel. They do not sit still for long. Here it is, a couple casts. Nick Kyle just lost 3 fish. See, I'm trying to make sure they're reeling too fast, and they're going to pull those small hooks out of that fish. So I told them to keep their rod loaded. They're using monofilament. I'm using fluorocarbon. So do not change angle. And also see how he kept his rod where the fish was? If he switched the angle, he might have pulled. Because in this little stainer water, I couldn't tell where actually the hook was. Sometimes when you have a fish hook, you barely hook. Sometimes you could swing it the other way, and that hook will swing around. Treble hooks, right? Swing around. The other one can hook sometimes. The smallmouth got that. Their lips. You gotta watch how hard you pull on a smallmouth. Sometimes. Little. Here, you can see we just caught that fish. Kyle's second cast, he catches a really good one.
I'm hooked.
See, they're screwed.
I got one.
You gotta get your baits out there, not screw around. If this is a tournament, we'd have this fish thrown in the live well. Nick, right as I landed in the live well, and got everything turned on. Nick could have cast. You want to get your bait out there as quick as possible. They're cool, and it might not last very long.
Come to the front. Keep real fast. Big one? We gotta stop.
See?
Oh no! Come on!
I couldn't find this fish. The water was. I didn't know where it was.
I don't know if we're gonna get this one.
I wasn't sure we were gonna get this one because he was hooked. He was jumping, moving around. And I didn't even know where he is. They're pointing at, so I couldn't see their line. This ends up being one of Kyle's PB. We ended up breaking the PB a lot this year. I think this one's like 412.
Oh, there's slime on my
We all got 5 pounders. Actually, Nick has a 6 pounder. Okay, so this is another video. Different lake. I don't want to show this yet. Show you in a second. What we're going to do now, I'm going to go to some map stuff and show you a couple map examples. Patient with me, the very first time. I will get better at this, I'm pretty sure. So what we got here is, this is where that fit video you just seen, that me setting the hook. What it is, okay, if you look, you know, a lot of dams are straight, don't have much characteristics to them above water. Underwater, different ball game. If you look, these contour lines this is going to be steep. They're close, tight, so it's going to be a steep bank. This over here gets a little more slopier. Still, you know, you can hold some fish, but now over here we got a lot more gradual one. These fish are probably March going to come up. I've always see fish out here. They're probably going to come up, stage. About towards the end of April, they'll shoot up here and do what they do. This one over here, they're more likely going to come up here, eat in the morning, early April, and gun down and come up and down. So, you know, all fish we're all different. Some want fast food, get up there, get their food, get out there. Some want, I'm going to take my sweet time. But in March, we're early, which that fish came from, he came from this area right here. If you look, there's a little indention here. Something different. See, this is all fish, and all of a sudden you got a little indention. You're like, oh, that's not much. Hey, it doesn't take much. Now this one, I think I shared this video before in the past. I will link this video down in the description so you can see Kyle catch this giant out of here. This was a little later in the year. I think it was May. And this is a dam. Dams come along here, and these fish are up in here. I think it was spawning, but I'm not sure. It might have just been up here feeding, but it was really windy. It had been kind of a mild spring, so there's a chance it was spawning. There was brush up in here, and the water actually came up a lot. A lot of baseball games were getting canceled, so the water was high. So hey, they cancel baseball game, I go to the lake. Okay, so that up next one, this other one, this one here will be for the next video. So let's go back and start the video. Let's see. Start it here.
I knew it. Good one.
Okay.
Nick.
What we got going on here is a
I knew
good one. Kyle just released a fish, and a while ago we didn't have much luck. You can tell we're going towards the boat. We're about to leave, so I just picked up old trustful bait, fishing super slow along the dam, catch a good one.
I knew it was just like on that fish like a second ago, and I knew.
3 pounder, solid fish. Okay, this is the video for the next. What happened is we went to this lake for the very first time. Of course, it was raining the whole day until a little later, but we went over to the trees first, no luck. So we went to the dam, so the wind was blowing pretty rip. I was like, oh, we'll go fish again. We were using moving baits. You want to start using moving baits, find the fish on the dam, and then kind of come back through and work as slow as possible. We're all throwing moving baits. Trey's underneath the dash with the raincoat on, trying to stay dry. So Nick's throwing a shallow crankbait, you can tell right there. I'm throwing a little tiny spinnerbait that I like to throw. When we go to a new lake, you know, we just want to catch fish and see what they are. Once we catch fish, then I start upgrading my size of my bait. And nothing like throwing big bait and catching a fish. That's a whole different ballgame, but it's awesome. I would
Don't put 'em
farm
back
ponds.
in.
I would usually just start with the big bait.
Oh my god. Please.
Trey, got some. Trey,
Oh my god.
you need to fish. Kyle.
Trey, you need to tie on one of your.
Kyle, quit saying.
You
Trey
should
kind
tie
of like
on a
it. We
crankbait.
start catching fish, but he was like,
That's
No,
a
that's a good bass.
It's a big one.
"Yep, he was right."
Found 'em, baby.
Trey, we found him. Trey can throw his whopper.
But
Yeah,
look,
you can
fun
throw your
here.
Hey.
wall.
This
That's
is
a
a
big
little
one.
smaller lake, but kind of
Shit,
fishes
mine
like a
is probably
pond,
15. Yours is probably
watershed, big watershed.
Yeah, 14 and a half.
To go home.
Yeah, 14 and a half. Wow.
But you'll see, we catch 3 right away on the spot, and I'll show you on the map what this spot is. Then we go back down, and we don't catch a couple maybe. Then we come back, and I pick up a bigger bait, throw it in there, and we start catching.
It's pretty hard.
16 and a 3/8.
Where's Nick throwing?
Crankbait. But I think they'll.
Hopefully it'll whopper popper. I saw my crankbait. Kyle's got one. Oh, what is that's a baby. It's a baby.
Always competitive.
Sorry, Trey.
We found them. See, we adjusted right away.
Boom.
What's that one?
Okay, so I'm going to show you on the map where what kind of that day. So like I said, there was standing timber up in this cove up here. So we come down, fish. This is a deeper bluff. Little pads were open here. So we fish. And you know, like I said, I should have went to the dam very first. Pulled up here, throwing moving baits, coming down. All of a sudden, see this right here? This was the honey spot. See how this is all the same? There's this little niche here. This is a good little spot too. I think this is where the spillway is. But see this? How this comes in tight in here? This is a great feeding spot for the fish. You can sit here, feel a little more comfortable, come up, eat, then come up, eat. You know, this is like the couch. You're chilling out, watching a football game. And then you decide you want to get a snack. Come up here, get a snack, come back down. We come down, and when we come back, I think I caught 4 out of here that were 4.5 to 5.5 pounds on this big bait. Then we went up the lake and caught another one. That day I had 25-pound back. I actually had to sit down. This video I will link down below. I sat down to let the boys catch fish on the bait because they could. I went to the back. I caught one still, so I'm like, I'm gonna quit finally because they were frustrated. They were just catching little ones, and hey, it's that way. Some days is your day. Some days it's their day. I mean, I'd be whooped a lot by them. All right, now this is a lake. I've been to this lake, but it has been a long time. But what I liked about this, I thought I would share because, let's see if we can zoom. Be patient with me, guys. Sorry. Okay, that's better. All right, so what I'm showing here, see this? This is our spillway. It's the dam, and these fish are going to be out here. They're going to travel up here. Probably going to stage here a lot, kind of like that other spot I was showing you on that little lake. And come up here, going to feed, dinner plate. They're probably not always going to be here, but a lot of times, the same thing over here. What I like about this is over here, if you come up here, they can come up here and sit on these different times of years. And if they don't feel comfortable, they can come down in here. They come back up here, and they sit up here. This is pretty good dinner tables. I mean, they sit up here and feed. Especially if we got wind. If wind's blowing this way, this would be a great spot. Set my boat right in here and throw up in here and drag. Now, if the wind's blowing this way, you might want to put your boat up here, throw up here, and fish it uphill because your bait's going to hit this. You know, you were sitting here up here just minding your own business, and here comes a lure along, or say candy or steak, Snicker bar or something coming along, and it comes right by you. You're gonna probably think, hey, I'm eating this. Over here, same way. The wind be crashing in, and this is underneath. This is like a ledge, so it'll be crashing in this underneath. You can sit your boat up here, throw out here, and bring it up, and it'll bump against this and stuff. Those fish are trapping something. They like to trap stuff. Well, the other thing is, you know, this is a nice size thing. They're gonna come up here, sit on this. Over here too. Some will be here, come up in here. Wind blows. See, this has a lot of nice characteristics to it. And this, This is one of those other ones to the cove next to the dams is another good area. You start at the dam, you don't really have much like that. Go to the next cove by the dam to try. So the dam's here. I like this. Same thing as like the other one. They sit down here, come up here. This is a nice place for them to sit, come up more, Water's colder than, but they can sit here and come up. It's, might be little 10-minute windows, short, 15-minute windows you catch them. But in a tournament day, that's what you get that time where you can catch 2 or 3. That can make a whole day and grind the rest of the day and catch your other 2. Over here, I like this too. What I talked about, this is a quicker access. This is a little gradual one. Back in here, I've caught fish on it. I have this lake too. When I used to fish in a Missouri club, we fished a lot of Missouri lakes, of course. We caught some good fish here in March. Let's see. This is another one. This is in Texas. I like this. And this over here. This is a good looking little pocket over here, I would think. This has got some. I don't know. Now this is what I like about that lake. And this is just an example. If I went to that, I'm pretty sure this spot gets hit a lot. But, here it is. We got all the same. All of a sudden, something different. See this? That's what I mean, something different. These fish, you can be coming along fishing. All of a sudden, get to this spot, like start catching fish. Then you keep going. You go home and you look on the map and go, oh, gee, or you look down on your graph, go, oh man, no wonder why we caught. You hit waypoints here, you're like, no wonder why we caught fish. And next time you come fishing, you just pull right up here, catch it. Don't have to worry about fishing all the rest of this. And I like this hump out here too. And then over here is a nice shallow cove too. But that's, this is something different, something sticking out. Maybe even there can be rocks down below. The rocks, the dam, they try to keep them straight in. Some might have fell out farther. There might be some brush or trash pushed up in the corner, or something different, and you can fish that whole dam and you come up on that, catch fish, and you keep going on. And then you'll be like, oh, next time you come fishing, you pull up there and you go again and fish the same thing. Why? Pull up to where you caught those fish, catch them, go down to the next spot you caught them at, and then get out of there, go to another spot. Don't waste 2 hours fishing the whole dam. I mean, or an hour. Whoa. Okay, this is a cool one too. Here we got this got this flat hump and everything. Well, I want to show you this one is the wind. The wind's blowing across here. I would set my boat here and throw across. Same thing. They're going to pin that bait up against this. You could sit here too and throw along here and do this. What most people do would fish this, come out a little bit, fish this, fish. Well, you're probably going to catch some fish doing that. But, if the wind's blowing this way, get your boat turned, use that anchor, and cast up there and say wind's blowing this way, get on this side, throw. I like this better because I can see the big hogs pulling up here. This over here, another thing, you set your boat here and throw out here. I mean, you can pull your boat out here and throw out here too. But in another video, I'll tell you about the uphill and downhill thing. All right, this is a little lake in Kansas that I was helping someone. They had a big tournament on it. I was helping them with it, and I like this. I don't think they end up catching much fish at this spot, but this is a hump, shallow. This is where I would have fished. Here's some deeper water, and then you got the dam. This got a lot of stuff to it, a lot of different stuff to it. First of all, I would graph all this to make it look better, see what it really looks like. But one thing I was thinking, these are saddles. The wind was blowing this way, set your boat here and catch some fish here, vice versa over this side. This here, see, this is a pinch point, kind of. See, it narrows in. This is a pinch point. These fish are going to sit along here and wait for something to come by. That's another thing, pinch points and stuff. So anytime your dam works, winter, fall, all seasons, you can catch fish on. There are some lakes, dams, fish. Sometimes when you run up to a dam, make sure you know how deep it is. Make sure you do some map studying before you run the dam. Because I ran up to some dams, the water was low and like in 2 feet of water. I'm like, oh boy. So, some of them, the gradual out, some don't are real, Kansas goes up and down a lot, some of our lakes. But next time you go fishing, don't forget about the dam. So this is what this video is the boys throwing some top water on the, you know, same thing. Nick, any fish we caught, we marked a waypoint. But the thing about the dams in tournaments, they get hit a lot. So it's, you know, you got to really, but sometimes you got to fish them because they're just going to hold some fish. See, you heard me tell Nick to hit a waypoint. Yeah, I'm back of the boat. Boys are running the boat. They've been running the boat a lot. So I do not like fishing the back. It annoys me. See, you can see a boat down here. See what I'm talking about? Boats down here. And this is a weekday, Tuesday. There's a boat that comes running along here. I mean, last year with COVID, a lot of people were out fishing. It's no problem with that. That was awesome. You know, it's hard to buy lures and get tackle. So, but not like I don't have a tackle store in my shop. You see Kyle, he's thinking about grabbing it, flipping it, flipping it. I told him just flip it. Treble hook. I do not want to have full hooks out.
I feel like he's trying to get in my lure.
So
Take it out.
there's a walking bait. They cover a good water on a dam. I like to throw a big one, big spook. Well, in the next upcoming video, I will do a vlog later this week. It will be a couple more little tips, and then the following we'll do some lures, which you really fish your lures like fish on the dam. Might use some lighter weights because use heavier weights that get snagged, but fish your favorite lure on. I can tell you my baits, and you go out, but always can go back to your bait. It's good to learn new baits and everything, but hey, that's why they have millions of tackle lures. Everybody's not gonna throw. Some people work stuff different. Some works better for you, some don't. So hey, it's a good fish there. Skinny, but you know, hey, I hope you liked the video. Hey, like, share. Any comments for Triple Hook, dude? This is a new thing series I'm coming out with, teaching some more stuff, showing you guys some more tricks. So I hope you like the video and stuff. I will attach some stuff I told you down below. So hey, next time, take care. Bye.